Hello and welcome to EduShastra. Let's start here with this IR problem. And this is a table problem. You can see that you are given this table about information of the bodies in the solar system. So these are the different bodies, and we are given the mean radius, volume, mass, and surface gravity. Now, for all table problems, we always have some or four statements. Here we have these three statements. We need to find whether they are true or false. So let's start with the first one. The average mean radius of the five bodies with the lowest mass is over a quarter of that of Earth. So read it very carefully and try to understand what it is trying to say. The average mean radius of the five bodies with the lowest mass. So with the lowest mass means I need to arrange first of all the bodies by the mass. These are the five bodies: Pluto, Eris, Triton, Europa, and Moon with the lowest mass. And we need to find their average mean radius and compare that with Earth. It is given that the Earth value is set as 1. So it is sort of the reference. All other values are in a ratio to the value of that of Earth. So since everything is in the ratio with Earth, we need to just compare the numerical values here and see whether that exceeds 0.25, because over a quarter is 0.25 and we need to find the mean radius. So now after arranging as per mass, now I need to look for the radius values. So for comparing it with whether it is the mean of these five values is greater than or less than 0.25, there is an very basic idea in averages that you should just look for the deviations, and whether the overall positive deviations are greater or the deviations are greater, that will help you reach some sort of a conclusion. So with respect to 0.25, only Moon is a little bit over 0.25. All the other four values are below 0.25, and the values which are below 0.25 are significantly lower as compared to this higher value. In other words, this exceedance of 0.023 is not going to suffice the negative deviation, the sum of all those. So therefore, the mean is definitely less than 0.25. So this is definitely a no over here. This is a false statement. The average is not over a quarter of that of Earth. Remember that everything is set as 1 for Earth. So we just need to compare the numerical values. Similarly, move on to the second one, the average surface gravity of the five bodies with the lowest volume. A similar sounding statement as the first one. Just over here also I had to first arrange as per mass and then look for radius. I here need to first arrange as per volume and now look for surface gravity. So let's arrange as per the volume now. And now I need to see for the lowest volume is we need to compare for the five bodies with the lowest volume. So these are the five bodies over here, and now we need to check for the surface gravity, which is over here. So now we need to compare, is it greater than a tenth of the Earth? Again, look for deviations that would help the most. Let's look for the positive deviations. I am comparing with point 0.1. This is 0.034, 0.066, adds up to exactly point 0.1. So the positive deviations are 0.1. Look for the negative deviations and approximate. This is almost negative 0.02, which is below zero point 0.1. 0.02, this is not more than 0.03 as a deviation negative of that, and also this one is not more than 0.03. So 0.03 plus 3 plus 2 is 0.08. So definitely the positive deviations outweigh the negative deviations. So therefore this is indeed true that the average is going to be greater than zero point 0.1, because the positive deviations outweigh the negative deviations. So this turns out to be a true or a yes statement. Let's move to the final one. The mass of Earth is greater than the combined mass of the next five bodies below it in terms of volume. So again, we are studying in terms of volume only. Here is Earth, and here are the next five bodies below it, which is Venus, Mars, Ganymede, Titan, and Mercury. These five bodies we are studying, and we are studying what? We are studying their mass now. So what we need to do is we need to sum up these five values and find whether it exceeds or is less than 1, because 1 is the reference point. We need to find whether mass of earth exceeds, which means whether this sum is greater than 1 or not. Let's sum them that up very quickly. The two values over here are 0.92 approximately, and again if you will add up these values, 0.92 plus 0.05, 0.97 point, here itself we have exceeded 1. So indeed this is more than 1. So the question is asking earth is greater, which means that this should have been less than 1, but it is indeed instead greater than 1. So this is a false statement because the mass of earth is less than that of the other next five bodies below it in terms of volume, because this sum is greater than 1. So this is a false statement at the end of the day. So this was the table problem. You can expect such sort of analysis where you are referencing across two columns, and these sort of analysis you should be familiar with. You can expect where you can sort the table as per the required value, or this sort of analysis is quite frequent in your IR problems. So that was the problem. Thanks for watching, and do subscribe to our channel.